you had a brilliant weekend. And my question to you today is, are you following the path and joining the dots to try and work out what's going to happen with Catherine and William in 2026? I've been joining the dots for a while. I've got my own opinions. Let me share them with you. Catherine's Christmas concert, never the most popular thing in the UK, to say the least, is all about celebrating love in any form. And the press release today, she's got a fair point. Again, not many people actually want to listen to her, but scientists have said for decades that anyone that's in addiction should be treated with decency and respect. There should be no fear, shame or judgment. And addiction is a thing that needs proper treatment, medical treatment and psychological treatment. Love in all its forms, cutting people some slack who are suffering from addiction. Who do you think she's talking about? Comments are open as ever. My opinion's not important, but I think she's talking about William. And I think in an effort, and I think it's too late by the way, in an effort for Catherine and William to be normalised and try and create some empathy in the British public and the British taxpayer, we're going to start seeing some admissions in 2026 around some of William's issues that he's got now. And this is the start of the drip, drip, drip. Comments are open. Have a brilliant day. Let me know what you think.
The monarchy has always been a theatre, a grand stage where tradition, spectacle, and symbolism play out before the eyes of the world. For centuries, the British royal family has performed its role with a sense of mystique, carefully choreographing every appearance and gesture to maintain an aura of untouchable dignity. But the audience has changed. No longer content to simply watch from afar, today's public is more diverse, more vocal, and more demanding than ever before. Armed with smartphones and social media, the public has become both critic and juror, capturing every moment and sharing it instantly with the world. Every smile, every frown, every whispered word is recorded, analysed, and debated in real time. The mystique that once shielded the House of Windsor is fading, replaced by a relentless demand for transparency and authenticity. The royal family can no longer hide behind palace gates. The world is always watching, always questioning. Every move is dissected with forensic intensity. Tabloids, television pundits, and online commentators pick apart their actions, searching for hidden meanings and secret motives. In this new era, silence is often interpreted as guilt or evasion, forcing a seismic shift within the palace. The old strategy of dignified reserve now risks being seen as aloofness or even complicity. The public craves authenticity, wanting to see the human behind the crown. They want to witness real emotion, genuine connection, and vulnerability from their royals. William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, must walk a tightrope, balancing the weight of centuries-old tradition with the modern expectation of openness and relatability. Their every word and action is measured against both the past and the present. The old playbook is gone. Public perception is fickle and ever-shifting. One moment the crowds cheer and wave flags in adoration. The next, social media erupts with conspiracy theories and rumours, fueled by speculation and a hunger for scandal. The palace's reactive communication strategy, often slow and cautious, can inadvertently add fuel to the fire, making small issues seem larger and more suspicious. William and Catherine are under constant scrutiny, their lives examined from every angle. Their marriage, their parenting, even their smallest public gestures are analysed and critiqued, both by the press and by millions online. They are not just a couple, they are a brand, representing the monarchy and the values it claims to embody. In the digital age, a brand's value is determined by public opinion, which can shift in an instant with a single viral post or trending hashtag. The carefully curated image of a perfect family is increasingly difficult to maintain, as strategic silences and carefully managed appearances reveal cracks and vulnerabilities. The pressure is immense, and the stakes are higher than ever. Every misstep is magnified, every success fleeting. The future of the monarchy depends on their ability to adapt, to remain both relatable and regal in a world that demands both transparency and tradition. Their journey is not just about survival, but about redefining what it means to be royal in the 21st century, an uncertain path with no guarantees. This year, Catherine's Christmas Carol concert at Westminster Abbey stood out in a way that few royal events do. The atmosphere was charged with a sense of anticipation, as if something significant was about to unfold. The royal family gathered, but the focus was subtly shifted from tradition to something more pointed. The deliberate emphasis on addiction and mental health was impossible to miss. It wasn't just a seasonal gesture. It was a calculated decision to spotlight issues that are often hidden in the shadows, especially within the walls of royalty. This was more than a concert. It was a message crafted for the world beyond the Abbey's ancient walls. Catherine appeared to be steering the narrative, inviting the public to look deeper. Every detail of the event felt meticulously planned, as if each moment was part of a larger, carefully orchestrated piece of theatre, designed to resonate far beyond the evening itself. By shining a spotlight on addiction, Catherine was laying the groundwork for conversations that might once have seemed unthinkable for the royal family. Her gestures were subtle but deliberate, sending a signal to those paying close attention. This was a strategic move, not merely a compassionate one. In doing so, she was positioning the monarchy as more attuned to public sentiment and attempting to address difficult truths, qualities that may appeal to a modern audience. This approach suggests a shift in royal strategy, presenting vulnerability as a form of strength and acknowledging that even those in the highest positions are not immune to life's challenges. The choice of theme felt personal, as if Catherine herself was processing something private, using the public stage to work through it. The concert became a way to introduce a private issue into the public sphere, inviting empathy and understanding from all who watched. By doing so, she allowed the topic to linger in the public's mind, encouraging ongoing discussion and reflection long after the event ended. So when a direct admission or revelation eventually comes, the shock will be softened, the groundwork already laid for acceptance and support. Catherine's approach was measured, carefully building a narrative, step by step, rather than relying on dramatic gestures. As the doors of Westminster Abbey closed that night, it was clear. The stage had been set for a future revelation, one that could alter the royal narrative in ways yet to be seen. The decision to spotlight addiction as the central theme at a highly publicised, televised royal event was a calculated move. It immediately drew the attention of the media and the public, raising questions and fueling speculation across the country. It raises a critical question: why select this moment, and why this particular issue? What motivated the royal family, and Catherine specifically, to highlight such a sensitive topic now? Is there an underlying issue within the palace? Could this be an indirect attempt to address internal problems, or even a veiled message to the public? The focus on addiction didn't come across as a purely charitable act. It seemed more like a signal, suggesting that something may be wrong within the royal household. In many respects, it appeared to be a cry for help, masked by the language of philanthropy. The event served as a platform for exposure, even if nothing was directly admitted. Catherine, fully aware of the media's scrutiny, likely anticipated the speculation this would provoke. She knew every action and word would be dissected for possible hidden meanings. It was a risky approach, inviting the public and press to speculate, to read between the lines, and question what might actually be happening. If this event is indeed a precursor to a personal admission or revelation, it would be a major shock for the royal family and the nation. The move compels the public to reconsider not just Catherine, but the Prince and Princess of Wales as a couple, and as individuals who may be struggling behind the scenes. The stakes are significant. This could either make them appear more relatable, or it could further damage their already carefully managed image. In the end, the concert was more than just a seasonal event. It was a public display, an open call for attention, and perhaps a plea for sympathy. It was a complex act of messaging, a typical royal tactic meant to balance exposure with control and to communicate without ever making a direct statement. As Catherine sent out her messages, another drama unfolded. Prince William's absence from key engagements was noted. The palace's vague explanations fueled speculation. Into this void stepped Prince Andrew, questioning William's commitment. Andrew, in royal exile, saw an opportunity to regain relevance. His comments were a damaging attack on the heir. It revealed deep fissures within the royal family. Andrew's comments challenged William's authority. For William, this is a crisis on two fronts. The pressure is mounting, the palace's silence is failing. Andrew's comments have intensified the scrutiny. The question is now, why is his own family turning on him? In palace planning, dates are never arbitrary. The year 2026 looms as a significant deadline. It marks a point for a narrative reset before William's next chapter. Timing is crucial for a royal confession. Catherine's concert was positioned as the opening move in a broader PR strategy. The goal is to acclimatize the public to a new reality. By 2026, the revelation will feel like confirmation. The timing is intended to present William as a resilient future king. The palace is betting on managing the story, but the media landscape is unpredictable. The future of William's reign depends on winning this race. The palace's PR team faces a monumental task. A complete image overhaul of the heir is needed. The old image of William is no longer tenable. A new narrative of William the Survivor is required. The PR machine is constructing a new persona. The aim is to reframe potential scandal as personal development. The strategy borrows heavily from celebrity crisis management. The distinction between royalty and celebrity is increasingly unclear. The outcome hinges on whether the public perceives this as genuine. William must convincingly adopt this new persona. The PR team can craft the message, but William has to deliver it. The current turmoil signals a fundamental shift. King Charles III's reign is transitional. Under William and Catherine, the monarchy faces uncertainty as it attempts to redefine itself. The decisions made now will have lasting consequences for the Windsor dynasty. The public's reaction remains unpredictable and could determine the monarchy's future. The palace is attempting to present a more relatable monarchy, but skepticism persists. The countdown to 2026 marks a period of scrutiny for the monarchy. The monarchy must justify its relevance, headline by headline. William and Catherine's tenure highlights the institution's ongoing struggle with modern expectations. Their personal challenges underscore the fragility of the Crown's future. The world is watching as the next chapter unfolds for the House of Windsor.
And that wraps our daily diaries updates. Harry and Meghan always keep the world talking. And if you enjoy this update, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and for more royalty subbed with honesty, just right here on Daily Diaries Friday. Till next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep shining. See you next time with more royal news and good vibe. Bye bye.